my dream, my goal was to go pro in video games. That's what I wanted to do since I was 15 years old, and I watched it on actual TV. I don't remember what it was called, it was like CPL, whatever. They were playing Counter-Strike. I watched it, and I said, that's what I want to do, go pro. And I pushed as hard as I could to go pro in game. But what I didn't do, the one mistake I made was I did not focus on anything outside of the game, and that was where I had my downfall, and that is where I fell short. What's up, dreamers? Welcome to Driving Vitamin. Today I want to talk about the importance of focusing outside of the game if you're aspiring to go pro, or if you're aspiring to be one of those big streamers that streams every day in front of a big audience. If you want to go pro in a video game, if you want to be a big streamer, you 100%, you cannot get away with not focusing on what you do outside of the game. Focusing on the game is very important. I'm not downplaying the importance of putting hours into the game, practicing that craft, figuring everything out, studying the game. That's what I did for Counter-Strike. I studied the game. I played tons and tons of hours. But what I didn't do, or what I was doing on top of that, was I was sacrificing sleep. I wasn't paying attention to what I was eating. I really wasn't getting exercise outside of the sports that I was playing in school. And all of that is a recipe for disaster. Because here's the thing, sedentary behavior, sitting down, that is very dangerous. It's partially restricting of the blood flow, which means oxygen isn't fully getting, not all the oxygen that you need, like you're not getting 100% oxygen to your brain and lungs. You're still getting enough that it's not causing damage, but what it does is slows down reaction time, cognitive ability, this and that. So sitting for prolonged periods of time is not good in that regard. It drives inflammation. It drives disease. They're starting to say right now that sedentary behavior, sitting down for prolonged periods of time, is worse than some of these diseases, these chronic diseases out there, and for all-cause mortality. So, look that up. Anyways, it's not good. I wasn't focusing on that. I didn't think about it. I didn't care about it because nobody was talking about it. If somebody told me, if you haven't yet watched some of my videos, not all of them, you don't have to watch all of them, watch some of them that interest you on the topics of health and wellness and how they relate to gaming performance. If somebody told me all of this when I was aspiring to go pro in video games, I would have paid more attention. I would have got up and got moving. I would have done everything I needed to do to enhance my chances of playing professionally, not just playing the game. I wouldn't just play the game. I would have focused on outside. I would have got more sleep. What I was doing was sacrificing sleep so heavily. I was playing video games until 3 a.m, and I was waking up at 6 a.m. to go to school, and then I was sleeping in class. I do not condone this, by the way. I think school is very important. And hindsight, I would have paid a lot more attention in school because I love learning. So, but I was too focused on, I was young, right? Like I was too focused on doing what I wanted to do, not what I thought I didn't want to do, right? So you live and you learn, but I cannot say that the lack of sleep, even though I would continuously, and all young people say this, oh, I can run on a little sleep and it's fine, I feel fine. That's not true, because now that I think about it, thinking back on it, I had to take naps in school and out of school, and out of school, sometimes I would miss playing matches. Some matches would come up, I would literally miss a match. I would have to put a sub in because I didn't show up because I was too busy sleeping. So there's just like one aspect, and that's sleep. Nutrition is very important. What you eat and the timing of what you eat is very important. That's going to impact your gaming. And of course, that exercise, we just spoke about it. Exercise helps with all the oxygen flow in your body that allows for the oxygen to go to your muscles, which will enhance reaction time, and the cognitive ability. Let's not forget about that. The oxygen will flow to your brain, feeding and fueling your brain to be able to think quicker, make quicker executive decisions. There's a lot going on there. So if you have anything to add, let me know. Let's get this conversation rolling in the comments here. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them. Hit that like button, helps out the channel. Hit that subscribe button for more content like this, and I'll see you in the next video. Later, dreamers.